To Rivers State, where the Federal High Court in Abuja has dismissed a suit seeking the refund of all the state funds released, appropriated and expended by the administration of the sole administrator in the state. Justice James Omotosho, the presiding judge, on Thursday ruled that the court does not have the jurisdiction to entertain the case. The presiding judge said the applicant's counsel should have made his research before filing the suit, which is void ab initio. The judge also declined the request to transfer the case to the Port Harcourt Judicial Division. Earlier on Thursday, the court ruled that it does not have the jurisdiction to entertain a suit filed by another party against the declaration of the emergency rule in Rivers State. For this conversation, let's now turn to a lawyer and legal analyst, Liborous Oshoma. It's good to have you on the news tonight. There have been many legal challenges to the emergency rule in Rivers State, and none of them have withstood judicial scrutiny. In fact, in one case, the court said, in both cases, the court said there is no jurisdiction, but it did say that only the Supreme Court has exclusive original jurisdiction. My question are in two parts. The first is, what do you make of this judgment? And the second part is, who then should be going to the court if the parties that have presented the case to the court do not have the right to do so?
Yeah, thank you, Felicity. I think it is matters like these that courts should be sanctioning lawyers for bringing frivolous cases to court. And like the judge did advise the lawyer, they should have done their research properly before approaching the court. In law, there's what we call the locus standi. There's what we call cause of action and a right of action. The fact that the cause of action arose does not mean that everybody has a right of action, to bring the matter to court. So in this case, for example, everybody, even elementary law students, knows that when it has to do with proclamation and interpretation of the constitutional proclamation, it is the Supreme Court that has original jurisdiction. And apart from that also, if you take it a stretch further, similar cases have come before the court where in Plateau State, the former Attorney General, when the emergency rule was declared by Obasanjo in Plateau State, and then the suspended Attorney General approached the court asking that the court declare, such move null and void. And the court said, well, since you have been suspended as an Attorney General, you have no locus to bring a matter before the court as an Attorney General. So if the lawyer had done his research, well enough, he probably would have discovered that just a simple Google would show you that, this was the decision of the court. And so that an ordinary person or an NGO, that does not have, the right of action to bring such a matter. And then even if you are bringing such a matter, certainly it is not for the Federal High Court. Because let's even go a little bit further. If you're asking the Federal High Court to ask the administrator to refund all monies expended, monies that were duly budgeted for by virtue of Section 11, subsection 4 of the Constitution, indirectly what you are doing, if the court makes a pronouncement on that, what the court is indirectly doing will be pronouncing on Section 305 of the Constitution. And it is the Supreme Court that has the powers to make such pronouncement. And that's why the court, by suo motu on its own, without an application, decided to say, you know what, this is a trash. This is a mere piece of paper and should be confined to the dustbin. Even appeal by the lawyer to transfer the matter, the court said there was nothing. You can't put something on nothing and expect it to stand. It will fall like a pack of cards, like according to Lord Benny in USA and Mat 4. And that we say in, elementary law. And so that's why the court, flung that case, out of the window. It is making news because it has to do with the emergency rule. Ordinarily, that case shouldn't even be seen in the courtroom at all.
Yeah, there's a part of the ruling that I wanted your thoughts as well. Who has the right to pursue such a case? Or let me rephrase it and say,
Yeah, no, I get it. I get your question.
Okay.
The thing is, why those cases have not crossed judicial threshold is because the wrong people have been the one approaching the court. The right people, the governors elected on the platform of PDP, have such powers, and they have taken the matter to the appropriate court, which is the Supreme Court. And that is why I've, on this same platform, I had said the last time that the Supreme Court should not treat that case as an academic exercise, because it will go a long way in determining whether a president has power under section 305, considering subsection 4 of section 305, whether a president has a power to suspend democratically elected institution when a state of emergency is declared. That is the question that the Supreme Court needs to determine. And once the Supreme Court determines that, then certainly it will give a pointer on which way to go. And like I said the last time, you saw what happened in Obasanjo's time and what happened in Goodluck Jonathan's time, and then now. So there is no addendum on the proper procedure to apply. And we say the law is what the court says it is. It is the Supreme Court that has the power to determine that. And the proper parties are before the Supreme Court, which is, in this case, the governors elected on the platform of the PDP, because such declaration directly affects them, and then the federal government.
Thank you very much for speaking with us. We appreciate your time.
My pleasure.